This town ain't big enough for the two of us. I got really into westerns recently. I know what you're thinking. This guy can't read, he's illiterate. And I'm not surprised you think that, because you're right. Yeah, I didn't know how to read until about last year, and so I decided that I should probably start working on my reading, and so here's the first book I read. Longarm and the Doomed Witness, about what else but Longarm and the Doomed Witness, is the 126th book in the Longarm series, okay? Now, 126 is a lot. Guess what? There's over 400 of them. Basically, the company that made the Longarm series started producing them in 1978 with 3 books. And then they found out they really liked making money, so in 1979 we got fucking 12 of them. On average, past that, you were getting about 12 Longarm books a year. Okay? The company wrote these books under the alias of Tabor Evans, a pseudonym used throughout the entire series. How many people wrote under the pseudonym of Tabor Evans? 11. From 1978 to 2015, there were 11 different writers altogether, to a point where, by the time the final book came out, the original author of the original book was dead. Now, you might be wondering who wrote Longarm and the Doomed Witness. I don't know. It's a pseudonym. Sometimes you just don't know. You can't get that information because this is a relatively obscure series now. We don't know. You're not supposed to know. The name Tabor Evans was specifically picked because they wanted one continuous name for the entire series to make it look as if one man was writing 12 books every year, on average 1 book a month. This isn't Goosebumps, where you genuinely had one guy writing about 4 books a year in a series, except a couple of times where he got a ghostwriter to do it. Yes, we all know you did it. So, what's this book about? Well, it's about Longarm and the Doomed Witness, of course. Curtis Long, also known as Longarm, is tasked to watch over Miss Aurora Stone, who's being hunted down by the hired mercenaries of Sid Porter, her old boss, whom she ratted out for selling dog food to a Native American reserve and telling them it was corned beef. She's held up at a hotel near the courthouse where she testifies against him, and the court finds Sid Porter not guilty. Longarm finds a bundle of dynamite hiding under her bed, and when he tells the 2 officers bringing her back to the hotel from the courthouse, they take it and tell Aurora that she's on her own since they can't actually prove it was Sid Porter who actually put it under her bed, which does not sound like something that would actually happen. But okay. Man, these cops are really fucking shitty, aren't they? Longarm then takes up the challenge of protecting her and trying to prove Sid Porter is trying to kill her, and that he did sell dog food under false pretenses. The plot sounds pretty simple, and it is, on the surface. This book has the constant issue of a meandering plot, and way too many characters. There's like 5 mercenaries that get killed, a side plot where Longarm goes to Mexico, and like 10 other things that don't not go anywhere, but could honestly be cut out without the plot changing all that much. But oh my goodness, I had fun with this. This book can be complete dog shit and trash, but it is perfect. The Longarm series' entire shtick was that the books were mature and adult, and by that I mean there's a sex scene or a death scene on every other chapter. And these books are pretty short, so it's a majority of the books at times. Longarm either references fucking a character at one point, or does fuck a character at one point, like 15 times in this book. It's not pornographic or anything, it's just a lot. There's a scene of him and his girlfriend having a serious talk about him dying in the line of duty, while also screwing, and it's all just one big joke where they're having this super serious conversation while trying to have sex, and it's actually pretty funny. So many people die in this book. A dude's head gets splattered like 2 pages in. It's ridiculous. This book is a total mess. There's moments where characters take massive leaps in logic. The author can't seem to keep his story on a straight path and sends Longarm in about 50 different directions just to go to one place. The book is constantly padding for time. The main character isn't even that likable at times, since he wastes so much of the time fucking anything that moves instead of actually doing his job, and the twist ending is so batshit insane that you kinda go, huh? But I had fun. It was a very quick read. It's less than 200 pages, and I quite literally got it for 10 cents. Yeah, 10 cents. It was on sale at a thrift store. It went from 95 cents to 10 cents. That shows you how much faith the store had in it. But it's a fun book. Would I recommend it to the average person? Probably not. If you like cheesy 70s bad B movies, you might like this. It's like a trauma movie. It's not very clean, it's extremely rough around the edges, and it can be very vulgar at times. Seriously, there are points where it feels like the writer went, oh shit, I forgot to add swear words, and just goes, let's throw a son of a bitch in there, right in the middle of conversation where it doesn't fit. But yeah, I enjoyed this. I even got the first one, and I might review that. So, what are my thoughts? Put it bluntly, I had fun. Again, this plot is complete batshit insanity. There is not a page, there is not a moment where this book is not doing something random or dumb or confusing or weird or cool or awesome. This book is complete unbridled insanity from start to finish. There are no breaks. You get none. This book is complete insanity. Okay? The dialogue is extremely stylized. It's very stylized, cheesy Western dialogue. If you like stuff like that, you'll fucking love this, because there's so many points where it's just conversation because we need to pad time, and it is entertaining as shit to read. Okay? So, yeah, it is cheap fun, but fun nonetheless. Like a hooker.